Okay, so we are given these five organisms supposed to draw a food web. So the first thing we need to identify which is the producer. Okay, so from these three statements, we can deduce that E is a producer. And there are also two, uh, we call apex, yeah, predator over there, A and C. Okay, next I got to scroll down and then I will remove the annotation because these are drawn by my students. So I have to clear all the drawings. And then we look at this organism, which is called the pangolin, or sometimes called the scaly anteater. And it has a very long tongue, which is one of the structural adaptation. And secondly, it has this dry, hard scales, second adaptation, to protect itself from the painful bites of those ants or termites, or even carnivorous animals such as lion or tiger try to eat it. So this is best shown on a YouTube channel, which I will show you shortly, but let's discuss the answer first. So part B, right? You're supposed to write down, based on the diagram, describe one adaptation that helps organism A to survive. So I give you two possible answers. Firstly, you can say that it has long sticky tongue, which allow it to reach into the ant hill, or the ant hill here, ant here, to capture its prey to get more food. Or you can say it has dry, hard scales, which help to protect it from predators. So I'll do a short sharing here on the YouTube channel.
Are your team struggling to find the latest?
There's a little advertisement here, just let ad go.
Scaly skin is a bonus for the pangolin when it's out looking for dinner. The pangolin is not very ferocious. It doesn't even have teeth. And it's not very fast. In fact, it has to wobble on its hind legs and tail. But it does have two formidable tools. First, its claws are huge. This is nature's backhoe. It can pry out rocks and rip up hard, dry ground. It does so with a singular purpose: to
find ants and termites. Once it rips open the side of the ant colony, it dives in head first. Its second weird tool is a long, sticky tongue, which slips through every crack and crevice. Continually lubricated by an overactive salivary gland, the tongue gathers up thousands of ants every day. The ants haven't evolved a new way to defend their
colony. They stick with the old standby, swarm and bite. But the pangolin's scales are a formidable obstacle. Its eyes have a thick lid. Its ears and nose have special valves that close off when the ants attack. The surviving ants may be able to regroup and rebuild. But when they do, the pangolin will be there to destroy it all over again.
Pangolins are fascinating mammals known for their distinctive scales. They are found in Africa and Asia, and are the only mammals with scales made of keratin. Pangolins have a prehensile tail, a long snout, and a tongue that can be longer than their body length. They primarily feed on ants and termites, and are considered one of the most trafficked animals in the world. Pangolins are fascinating mammals known for their...
Pangolins are the only mammals with large, hard scales made of keratin, which make up about 20% of their body weight. pangolins eat insects, mainly ants and termites, using their long, sticky tongues to catch them. Pangolins have very long tongues, sometimes longer than their bodies. Their tongues are connected to their pelvis and ribs.
See here, this long tongue, right, is connected not to this part, but connected all the way in.
Not directly to their mouth. Pangolins have no teeth. They use gravel and keratin spines in their stomachs to crush and digest their food. When in danger, pangolins roll into a tight ball, using their scales to protect.
So even the tigers or lion can't eat them because they got very hard keratin shells
themselves, making it hard for killers to harm them.
So let's continue to see this question over there. So we are asking this one, right? So coming back to this question, so it has this long scale, right? Yeah, I mean, it has a long tongue, long sticky tongue, number one. Number two is the hard scale. Okay, so the part B about deforestation. Okay, how do you answer this question? Deforestation. Based on the information given, explain how deforestation could have resulted in recent, okay, actually this word that is missing, fewer recent sighting. So let me add in this word. There's a typo error here. Fewer recent sighting of this animal in Singapore roads. So deforestation destroyed the food source or habitat. Organism A left forest to search for alternative food source or for shelter. Okay, in fact, this animal still lives in some parts of Singapore, like in the deep forest of the Bukit Timah Nature Reserve. But usually they are nocturnal, they come out at night. Okay. So I'll pause here for any question. Okay, question 32. Mosquito larvae feeds on a certain amount of bacteria found in its breeding ground. Studies have shown that the surrounding temperature affects the number of bacteria growing in the mosquito larvae breeding ground as shown. So you can see that it starts from 20 degrees to 35. As the temperature increases, the number of bacteria breeding ground increases. Okay, because bacteria, like most organisms, they thrive well or they grow well in warm temperature. So here they ask you, based on the graph, explain how global warming can cause an increase in the population of mosquito. Okay, because they say the mosquito feed on this bacteria. So if there's more food, right, the mosquito will multiply faster. Okay, so this answer, global warming increases the surrounding temperature. As the temperature is higher, the amount of bacteria in the breeding ground increases. Mosquito larvae will have more bacteria to eat and more will develop into adult mosquito. So you take a look on this. I will screen share this. So, okay, so you take time to copy this, and then I'll explain part B. Okay, part B is quite simple. There's a pump that releases carbon dioxide. So in A, right, and B. Okay, so now they say that this person, VJ, wanted to prove his hypothesis that mosquitoes are attracted to carbon dioxide. So he released 20 mosquitoes in each of these and counted the number of mosquitoes that enter box A and B after 5 minutes. So A, there's 14, right? B, there's only 5. Okay. So based on BJ's result, explain why having more plants at home may help to reduce the number of mosquitoes attracted to carbon dioxide. Okay, because in the day, right, daytime there's light, right? So during photosynthesis, plants will absorb the carbon dioxide. Okay, so you mentioned about this fact. Okay, this fact, let me put it here. Okay, you see that in the day, the plants take in carbon dioxide during photosynthesis. Hence, it reduces the amount of carbon dioxide in the surrounding. So less mosquito will be attracted to the carbon dioxide. So I'll pause here for you to take note.